Scorpio, hello! Welcome to my channel, Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. I am so honored and happy and privileged to get to read your cards for you for this February 2022 tarot reading. This is good for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I encourage you to check out your other placements because that will give you a more complete picture of the beautiful, unique, complex puzzle that you are. And for this reading, whatever resonates with you is what is meant for you. What doesn't resonate is meant for another chosen member of this collective. So please don't take that personally because it's not personally for you. And I'm going to take a moment right now and call in spirit, call in your guides. Yes, your guides, your masters. Cool thing about energy is it transcends space and time. So it doesn't matter when I did this or when you're watching it, your guides, your masters knew that you would be here when you are here. And you are an intended part of this collective receiving this reading right now. So welcome. What are the messages for Scorpio for February? What are the messages for Scorpio for February? Oops. Messages for Scorpio for February. It's okay. It's the devil. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. The Devil, Nine of Pentacles, and introducing the Five of Pentacles. Scorpio. Okay, give me a moment. I have to receive some downloads right now. Wow, Scorpio. This is cool. So I am laughing because there is so much joy in the messages that I'm getting right now. You are dealing with God, this says so much, Scorpio, just about those deep waters within you. And of course a Scorpio makes things, and I say this as a Scorpio rising, I'm laughing at myself. You know, Scorpio has a true talent for giving things depth and darkness, and, you know, to balance out light, sometimes in a way that's like to their own detriment. The Devil, you are dealing with, you're facing all your usual patterns. Like, you are facing your shadow self head on this month. And you're not afraid to face your shadow self. Like, of all signs, your shadow self, you know, is a part of you. You're able to accept your shadow self more than maybe any other sign. You're able to hold space for that and not try necessarily, you know, to cancel that out. It's really a kind of grace that you have when looking at those like negative patterns, the things that you're addicted to. You know, negative self-talk I'm hearing for many of you. for some of you, it's just like it's an inner demon. However that demon manifests, it's like something that you repeatedly engage with, choose, that is not necessarily good for you, but it certainly says a lot about why you are the way you are. And there is a kind of addiction, like an addictive quality to this thing that you continually engage with, which makes it extremely hard to not engage with it, not choose it. So there are things, rearing its head this month that is allowing that devil energy to come through. There is maybe great temptation to speak to yourself negatively, for example. There's great temptation to turn to those behaviors or those people, those relationships, those things that are not necessarily good for you, but they're comfortable, they're familiar, they're the pattern. There's temptation there to choose those things. Your obstacle this month, what is threatening this devil energy, what is threatening you, is like this incredible abundance, like this incredible good fortune. It's almost like good things happening to you this month, like tangible, like measurable good things happening to you this month are threatening the negative stories that you tell yourself about you. And your mind is just doing gymnastics to try to frame this, to try to reframe these good things as bad things, or to try to make you miss them, to not see them for what they are, to not acknowledge them and accept them like with open arms. It's funny because it's like that's the obstacle that you are seeing as being, it's like, this is an obstacle to me, this is threatening me in some way. It's threatening your shadow self. It's threatening your demons. It's threatening the patterns and addictions that don't serve you. Of course it feels like that's threatening you, because we define ourselves by those shadow aspects as much as we define ourselves by the light aspects. But this really is the point where we choose. Do I want to keep those shadow aspects calling the shots when they're calling the shots? I won't say keep them alive, because that's a complete, irrational expectation to think that someday we just eliminate our shadow selves. Like, we will always be dark and light. That is the nature of our existence. But this is just this is an opportunity to be like, okay, shadow self, you're not in the driver's seat this month. You're not calling the shots this month. You aren't making my decisions for me this month. You're not the loudest voice in my head this month. It's just a choice between that and allowing them to be all of those things. And the world is giving you like this real life, tangible evidence of otherwise. It's giving you evidence of the good in your life, of the things to be grateful for, of the things you've achieved. It's giving you evidence of how good you are. I feel like suddenly I feel very, I'm just going to say this again. You're very good, Scorpio. Like, there is such a light in you that I think sometimes you forget about, because you have this kind of depth that allows you to to find yourself in the dark so often, which is a superpower in and of itself. Most people avoid those deepest waters, but they really don't allow that propensity for depth to make you forget the way that light reflects through those waters. Or I'm thinking of like, what kind of fish is it that has the light, it glows. There's even light that you find in the darkest places of yourself. There is light that you find in the darkest places of yourself from unexpected light sources. And some people don't even ever find that light because they don't go deep enough. So I feel like it's just very important for you to hear right now that you are good. You are good. You are light. You're enough. You are kind. You are love. And you are loved. So this obstacle of success, of things paying off, of experiencing abundance, of having like these like clearly, undeniably good things happening to you this month. How do you overcome this obstacle? This obstacle, it's not really an obstacle. The real obstacle is the status quo of negativity or patterns, negative patterns that you make your default. That doesn't have to be the default. It should be the other way around. Like, this is the default. This is the obstacle. But so funny that your guides framed it this way. So I keep giggling. I'm just like, the poetry here is just, it's beautiful. How do you move through this? 5 of Pentacles. Wow. It's about realizing, what a different interpretation of this card from the Rider-Waite deck. 5 of Pentacles. There's a circus quality. There's a joyful quality to having less, or feeling, it's almost like making fun, making joy out of the moments where you have that kind of scarcity mindset or poverty mindset, whether that's about yourself, or things in your life, or people. It's recognizing that, taking that mindset more lightly. Because sometimes I think with poverty mindsets, it fools us into thinking that things are life or death, when they're not. It's we can become beggars because we tell ourselves we're poor enough times. And this is such a good reminder that it's if we can look at that, the times that we tell ourselves we aren't enough or that we don't have enough, if we can look at that with a kind of delighted skepticism, almost like it's a trick, wow, look at the look at the magic, the grade A magic my brain did there to fool me into thinking that I am poor in character, in love, in literally money, in resources, in my career, in my mission, in my sense of purpose, in the people in my life. I'm poor. Look at what my brain did there. That was a feat of magic that ought to be featured in a circus. It's reframing those moments through this hula hoop. Seeing things through the hula hoop and recognizing that it doesn't have to be life or death. We don't have to allow it to live like beggars because we tell ourselves we're beggars enough and that we'll take anything. I think some of you like are feeling this way maybe in love, like feeling like that kind of desperation, like, well, I haven't gotten this thing that I want. Beggars can't be choosers. I'll take anything. And you give your power away in a way. Some of you feel this with career, like I don't feel like I'm aligned in my career, or I have purpose, or that things fulfill me in this realm. I can't be picky. I can't really pursue what I want to do. I gotta just take anything because it's money, because it's a job. It's that beggar mentality. And I think if we can see the humor in that, the joke in that we are wasting this life living by a philosophy like that. It's like, wow, am I really fooling myself into believing that's the truth, and that's the philosophy I'm going to subscribe to for my life. It's a feat of true trickery. I would love to hear how this looks specifically for you in your life, Scorpio, so feel free to comment below and open up your heart to me if you feel so inclined. If you got anything of value out of this reading, please consider supporting this work, helping me make this work better for you, helping me help you better. You can do so by checking out the link below to my Patreon and supporting me for just a few dollars a month. There's also a lot of goodies and bonuses over there, including like monthly discounted personal readings. If that's something that interests you, check that out. If you're not able to support in that way, please share this channel, share it far and wide, share it on social media, tag me at Starchaeology Tarot. Share it with loved ones, with your friends, witchy friends, people who are devoted to self-growth and empowerment. Send them their sun sign reading for this month if they need a little extra support, a little boost, some clues. That would mean so much to me. I really appreciate you, Scorpio. I love you very much. I'm rooting for you as always, and I will see you next time.